Right then, Grandad, the TR6,
Well,
quite special.
yeah. Again, it's always difficult. I never like to shoot my mouth off too much about low mileage, originality, and all that sort of thing. But I feel I can with this car because I bought this car 35 years ago.
Is that what it was,
I've
35
owned it
years
ever
ago?
since. Yeah, 1984. I think I bought this car. So what's that? 1984. Oh, well, it's longer than 35 years, I think. I think it was 1984 I bought it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it was 1984. I know that because I MOT'd it. And I MOT'd it in 1983. So I must have bought it in 1983. So how long was that? 17. So that's 24, 34. Oh, blimey, that's 41 years ago. 41 years ago. Is that right? Yeah,
It is. Yeah, it is 41
years
yeah.
ago. Oh my word. And there it is.
You'd have had air.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I've got 3 MOTs. I've got 2 MOTs prior to me purchasing it. One was MOT'd when it was 4 years old at 3,977 miles. Another one was MOT'd in 1979 when it was 5 years old and it was 4,070 miles. And I MOT'd it, had it MOT'd in 1983 when it had done 7,700 miles. There we are, Doug Cooper MOT'd it, old Doug. Doug ever so well, of course. He MOT'd it, we've had it ever since. So the 7,800 miles on it now, as far as I'm concerned, are genuine. The gentleman I bought it off of insisted that it was totally correct. He'd had it from being about 5 years old. So it was 3,000 some odd miles when he bought it at 5 years old, so he must know. It is right, but that's the only proof I've got. But what more proof do you want? I mean, that is it, it's all there. 2 previous owners. Your nan showed it, there it is, in Pottersbury, the Pottersbury Foundation or whatever it was. Yeah, Pottersbury Foundation show in 1983-84. I thought she got second. In actual fact, she was a bit peed off, she only got third, which is a bit sad really, because it was up against some newer cars. They were in a band, I think it might have been 1970 to 1980 or 1970 to 1985 or something like that, I don't know. Anyway, I do remember a P1800 ES, which was only about 6 or 7 year old, I think, then won it. And she was really peed off, I do remember that. But it's stunning, everywhere you look is, I mean, it's obviously deteriorated a little bit over the years. I mean, it's going to, but virtually nothing at all, really. Been Zybarted from new. I washed most of the Zybart off, I remember, when I bought it under the bonnet, because I hated all that black under there. It was awful, and most of it's come off. But I've never detailed it and cleaned it or anything on that sort of line, so that's exactly as it stood for the last 35, 40 years, exactly as you see it there now. Had a bit of paint on the boot lid under rectification. No, telling lies. The gentleman was saying that something fell off his shelf in his garage, marked as boot lid, and he had it painted over. There's been a little bit of rectification here and there. I think one seal's painted. I think it might be that one over there was painted. I can't really see any other signs of any spray work. There's a few touching bits and pieces. Usual little bit of Triumph Spider there. Look, tiny little bit. What can you do about that? As I say, Zybarted all the way round. Inside absolutely mint, smells new, feels new. Last time I drove it, drove like new. I put the wires on somewhere, and I'm not selling them with it because I might not be able to find them, but I will be able to, I'm sure. Somewhere I've got the original standard steel wheels, but I found that set of wires and swapped tyres over, I suppose, I can't remember now. But anyway, I put them wires on, put it that way. But I kept, I only had 4, so I kept the original, there it is, the original spare, and there it is, absolutely brand fine new, never been out the boot, all pimply, perfect, never been on the car, no scratch marks on it, so that spare came with a car and has never been on it, so that tells me it's 7,800 miles from me. I don't have any doubt about it whatsoever, but that's all I can say. Overdrive, of course. Here are the original number plates that came with it. It was on it. There's the wheel centres, all ready to put the standard steels back on, and there's the unused toolkit and wheel brace there.
Yeah,
never been out, etc. So, you know, what more proof can I have? You know, I mean, I've got everything, haven't I? Really, I've got it all there. Everything's all there. I haven't got any service stuff with it and what have you. There's a little, what do you call it? A little super cover hand portfolio thing there, but nothing much in it. And there's the original handbook there, and there's a workshop manual in the glove box. That's it. What can I tell you? It's your unique opportunity to buy what I would say is an unrestored TR6 done 7,000 miles. How many can there be? There's going to be one out there, isn't there, in bright red that's done 3,000 miles and like this as it left the factory, or more or less. But whether you're ever going to find it is another thing, isn't it? So someone's got a unique opportunity to do something about finding themselves something that really, I mean, I don't think there's going to be much lower mileage, is there? Even down to, I'll show you. Now I'll show you how badly these cars were built. They were put together disgracefully. And look at that, there, all factory. There is room for some adjustment. I've never done it, I've never bothered doing it, but there is room for some adjustment. Got a bit of a gap there, so it could be pulled over a little bit if you want to. But the most comical thing, and I've shown this to no end of people, and no end of old British Leyland, Triumph dealers and whatever you said, absolutely dead right. There's the factory run underneath it.
No.
Where is it? Oh, there it is there. There's your factory run, look, there it is. And you know, if it had been painted and restored up, it wouldn't have been left like that, would it? But that's how the factory left it. If that's how it came off the line, that was good enough, didn't matter. So the car is just so right. It's absolutely right. It's going to want a really good PDI now, a really good service. I put a battery on it, changed the battery and that, and it's turning over nice and free and all the rest of it. Didn't hear the pump start kicking, whirring, so it's going to want a little bit of looking at. But there you are. What more can I say? A unique opportunity. In 1984. I should think before we moved up here, so that would have been in about 1986 or 7. So I'd had it 2 or 3 years then. I turned down £30,000 for it then. 30,000 in pre-1990. Amazing money. Really, really top money in them days. But and that was a dealer. That was a collector dealer, a guy like myself, second-hand car dealer. And as he said, my ambition is to collect cars of ultra low mileage, original and all the rest of it. I'll give you 30,000, but because it was your nan's car, I gave it to your nan. She said, I want something to show, the shows and that, and I said, fine, you know, we'll have the TR6. So she had I'll give her the TR6, which is why she was really peed off when it only got third price then at Pottersbury and all them years back. And she only took it to 2 or 3 shows, and then she sort of lost interest. So, you know, that's how I've still got it. But there you go. Absolutely honest. Your opportunity. It's up to you.